There is no doubt that the internet has changed the world. It destroyed many jobs, but at the same time provided opportunities that no one ever thought possible just a little over 20 years ago. In fact, internet created world's richest people, starting from Bezos to Zuckerberg. And year after year, it starts to play an even more important role in our lives. However, billionaires aren't the only ones who took advantage out of this new technology. It created possibilities that no one could imagine possible, and some people made a fortune in ways that might be shocking because they are simply too dumb to think about. In this video, we will discover 5 dumbest ways people are making a fortune on the internet. Number 1. Getting paid to work. If this sounds confusing, then hear me out, because there are literally ways to earn money just by walking. Yes, you heard it right. You get paid for getting out of bed and taking a walk. Just pull out your phone and open the App Store or the Play Market. You will find multiple apps that provide such a service, such as Sweetcoin, Rantopia, Lifecoin, and others. You download the app. With every mile you walk, you get awarded by a certain amount of coins, and once you reach a certain threshold, you can convert these coins into real US dollars and cash them out. They will either send it to you via PayPal or wire transfer them to you. The question that you are probably wondering about is, why would anyone pay you to walk? That doesn't make sense in any universe. You're not doing anything that brings value to anyone but yourself. However, that's not the point. The app is filled with multiple ads, so every time you pull out your phone to see how many steps you have taken, you will come across an ad. Whatever you want to check out in this app, you have to watch an ad first. That provides a steady income for the business. The homepage of the app is usually filled with products or services that you can use to buy using the coins that you earn by walking. However, these products are more like ads, such as free samples to attract customers. So the app is earning money both ways, by showing you ads every step of the way, then when you use your coins to buy these free samples. They also offer the latest iPhone or a smartwatch, but to get enough coins to buy them, you need to work for a few years at least to collect that many coins. No one of course would do that. That's what they are counting on. While it might be an extremely inefficient way to earn money, it seems like it's earning the founders of the app a lot of money. Getting paid to walk sounds like a brilliant marketing strategy to get people to download the app and make a ton of money out of ads. Number 2. IFART. It is as the name suggests, it's about farting. The app allows you to hear different types of farts. I can't believe that I'm saying this, but that's what the app claims. You can find out how Trump's fart sounds like. Whenever you feel like you want to hear a fart, pull out your phone and click fart. Whoever came up with this idea is both genius and dumb, because I would never believe that such an app exists. It costs $2 on the App Store. It has a rating of 4.3. That's not bad if you ask me. That's higher than Google. It's not the only app that can fart. While doing the research for this script, I came across an entire industry of weird apps that made their creators a lot of money. If you have an interesting idea, you can also turn it into an app and perhaps make millions of dollars. If you don't know how to build an app, you can start with this course on Skillshare that will teach you the basics of coding. Even if you know nothing about coding, it's a perfect course to start with. Almost 6,000 people have taken this course, so should you, and it's taught by Uploads Interactive, a digital studio based in UK. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people like you on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and many more. And all that is for less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. But because I love you guys, here is a deal for you. The first 1,000 people who click the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. By the way, you will be supporting the channel by signing out to Skillshare. Number 3. A professional cuddler. When I heard about it for the first time, I couldn't believe my ears that you can earn a living by just cuddling. And I'm not talking about the intimate type of cuddling. Of course, earning 40k in that industry is peanuts. But professional cuddling has turned today into a therapy. Cuddlers earn around $80 per hour, significantly higher than the minimum wage, or around 40k annually. In a world where every other person is depressed for one reason or another, all we need seems like a genuine hug to give us the feeling that we belong to someone. I know that it sounds insane to some of you, but there is literally a website called Cuddlist.com where you can find a certified cuddler. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds unbelievable. Number 4. The $1 million page. A wise man once said, if you want to make $1 million, all you have to do is sell a $1 product to 1 million people, or a $10 product to 100,000 people, or a $100 product to 10,000 people. Alex too took this advice and earned $1 million. Back in 2005, Alex was a student, but he couldn't pay for his tuition, so he tried different ways to make some money on the side to be able to afford his tuition fees. Stu decided to sell 1 million pixels on a website for $1 each. The buyers would add their own image, logo, or advertisement and have the option of including a link to their website. Because individual pixels are too small to be seen easily, pixels were sold in 100 pixel blocks, measuring 10 by 10 pixels. The minimum price was thus $100. 3 days after the site began operating, the first sale was to an online music website operated by a friend of Stu's. He bought 400 pixels in a 2020 block. After 2 weeks, Stu's friend and family members had purchased a total of 4,700 pixels. The site was initially marketed only through word of mouth. However, after the site had made $1,000, a press release was sent out and it was picked by the BBC. The website became an internet phenomenon. The web traffic peaked at over 40,000 people. On 1st of January 2006, the final 1,000 pixels were put up for an auction on eBay. The auction closed on 11th of January with a winning bid of $38,000 that brought the final tally to over $1 million. That's probably one of the creative ways to make $1 million. Number 5. Auctioning domain names. Back in the early days of the internet, people made fortunes in outrageous ways. At some point, a pet's website had a valuation of $300 million. Elon Musk, back in the days when he was developing an online payment platform, paid $1 million to buy the domain x.com. Domains were a real business back then. It might be difficult to find a proper domain today, but back in those days, people just bought the domains just to resell them later for a fortune. One of the people who took advantage out of this is Chris Clark. Pizza was popular way before the internet was developed, so Clark back in 1994 purchased the domain for $20 since he thought that at some point in the future one of the largest pizza companies might be interested in purchasing the domain. After almost 2 decades of maintaining the domain, in 2008 he put the domain on an auction. Things turned pretty good for him. The bid kept rising and rising. First, it crossed $1 million, then $2 million, and finally was sold for $2.6 million. How the domain is doing today? Well, the website is dead, much like vodka.com that was sold also for over $3 million. And now it's your turn to tell me what's your favorite one out of this list. The fact that you can get paid for walking, or you can enjoy listening to different kinds of farts. Let me know in the comments below. And most importantly, Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and if you're new around here, you know what to do. Subscribe and turn on your notifications. Thanks for watching, and until next time.